Hello students, good morning and welcome to your channel of physics, that is 33.physics for you. Now, आज का जो हमारा ये लेक्चर है that is totally based on introduction to dual nature of radiation and matter, right? As well as थोड़ी बहुत history भी हम देखेंगे. And at the end of this video lecture, we are going to discuss about emission of electrons. Clear? So basically, we are going to study what do you mean by dual nature of radiation and matter, the history behind it, right? कैसे light is being like a wave, why it is being like a particle, same way matter कैसे particle की तरह behave करता है, why it is being like a wave and all that things. And finally, after discussing what is work function, we will discuss how electrons will be emitted from a metal plate, the reason behind those emission, right? So let us start our topic for today, that is dual nature of radiation and matter. Dual means what? सर हमें तो ड्यूअल सिम के बारे में पता है, राइट? सो दैट ड्यूअल मींस टू सिम्स, राइट? सो हियर ड्यूअल नेचर मींस टू डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ नेचर ऑफ रेडिएशन एज वेल एज मैटर एंड रेडिएशन आर बिहेविंग इन डिफरेंट सिचुएशन डिफरेंटली. Say for example, in certain case matter will behave like a wave and in certain case matter will behave like a particle. On the other hand, wave will also behave like a particle in a definite condition or a situation. So they have double nature. That's why it is known as dual nature. So for radiation we can say that basically अब तक जो हमने पढ़ा है for you, radiation means light, right? But light is not only radiation, but say for simplicity let us say light. क्योंकि जैसे हम लाइट सुनते हैं हमारे माइंड में वो वेव नेचर वगैरह आ जाता है, राइट? सो लेट अस से लाइट. नाउ वी ऑल नो दैट लाइट बिहेव्स लाइक अ वेव. लाइट विल बिहेव लाइक अ वेव. ऑफ कोर्स जो इंटरफेरेंस है, रिफ्लेक्शन है, रिफ्रैक्शन है, दिस ऑल कैन बी एक्सप्लेन्ड ओनली बाय कंसीडरिंग लाइट एज अ वेव. सो इसका एविडेंस क्या है दैट लाइट इज बीइंग लाइक अ वेव? द फिनोमेना ऑफ reflection of light, refraction, interference, etc. are the proof, और आप कह सकते हो कि these are the evidence that light is behaving like a wave. On the other hand, हमें ये भी पता चला कि light is behaving like a particle. Under certain condition, light behaves like a particle, and the experimental evidence for it is photoelectric effect, right? The evidence that light will behave like a particle is photoelectric effect. ये जो photoelectric effect है that created lots of problem for scientists, right? Because हम क्या कर रहे थे? We were trying to explain photoelectric effect by considering light as a wave, but that concept can only be explained if you consider light as a particle. That we are going to discuss in our next video lecture, right? So light can behave like a wave. The evidence for that is reflection of light, refraction of light, interference of light, and so on. In the same way, light will behave like a particle also, and the experimental evidence for it is photoelectric effect, right? Or photoelectric experiment. Clear? So light is having two nature, wave nature also and particle nature also. That's why we are saying that dual nature of radiation. In the same way, for matter, we know that matter is basically a particle and all that. So matter is, right? Let us say the pen, the whiteboard, electrons, protons, right? They all are made up of matter. So matter behaves like a particle. On the other hand, we came to know that matter will also behave like a wave. Matter will also behave like a wave. The first person who suggested that was De Broglie, right? And he has calculated waves also, wavelength of this wave also. This we are going to see our in last video lecture, right? This is the last topic of this chapter, so that we'll discuss in our last video lecture. So particle as well as wave. What is evidence that particle will behave like a wave? So for that, of course, you have come across in 11th standard that electron microscope, and in that we have already discussed that electron will behave like a wave. So obviously a particle is behaving like a wave. So wave nature of a particle. But the first experimental evidence that a particle will behave like a wave was Davison and German experiment. Davison and German experiment, as well as Kikuchi's diffraction experiment, as well as Thomson experiment. All these experiment indicates that electron will behave like a wave, that is matter is behaving like a wave, right? So matter is also having dual nature. Under certain condition it is behaving like a particle. In most of these situations it will behave like a particle, but in some special situation or in some particular situation it can behave like a wave. So matter is also having dual nature, and that's why it is dual nature of radiation and matter. Now let us discuss some history about this thing. Actually, the first scientist, you can say that he was actually a philosopher who said that light is made up of particles, or light behaves like a particle, was Descartes. In 1637, Descartes set forward the corpuscular theory of light. So in 1637, Descartes set forward the corpuscular theory of light, in which he assumed that light is behaving like a particle, or light is made up of particle, which was given name as corpuscles. Right? So in 1637, Descartes suggested that light is made up of particles, and the name was given as corpuscles. Right? Now the same concept was put forward by Isaac Newton. Who was the pioneer, right, in 1672. Right, he was a pioneer of this theory. He developed this theory and he suggested that light is made up of particles. He supported this corpuscular theory of light, where light particles are corpuscles, right? But after a few years, actually at that time Newton was the well-known scientist, right? He was dominating the mechanics, right? So all believed that yes, whatever he is saying must be correct only. So light is made up of particle only, which travels along a straight path and all that. But later on, in 1678 AD, Christian Huygens was the person who suggested that light is behaving like a wave. Right? Light is behaving like a wave. And to support this concept, he explained the phenomena of interference, the phenomena of reflection, the phenomena of refraction of light, based on the concept that light is behaving like a wave. And hence, we have experimental proof that light will behave like a wave. So then we started following that Newton made some mistake, he was wrong, and light is behaving like a wave. So light has wave nature. But again in 20th century, something around 1905, we came across photoelectric effect, right? And the photoelectric effect was an experiment which can be explained only by considering light as a particle. So again, initially we were knowing that light is particle, then we came to know that light is behaving like a wave. We have some experimental proof for that, and we started believing that light is behaving like a wave. Later on in 1905, we came across an experiment in which it was found that light should behave like a particle. So in certain cases light is behaving like a wave, while in some particular situation light is behaving like a particle. So you can say that light has two different nature. Here by light we means radiation. So you can say that radiation has two different nature, and that's why we are saying that dual nature of radiation and matter. Clear? चलो जल्दी से कॉपी कर लेंगे. So now the next topic is, जो दूसरा टॉपिक हम आज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, that is related to emission of electrons, right? So दूसरा टॉपिक हमारा है So what is emission of electron? Before starting that, let us discuss something related to metal. मान लो हमारे पास एक metal plate है, right? Now we already know that, हमें पता है कि इस metal plate में there will be few positive ions, right? There will be few positive ions as well as there will be few negatively charged electrons. ये जो metal plate है उसके अंदर हमारे पास few electrons होंगे as well as positive ions. Now how we get positive ions and electron? You already know that कि atom के जो electrons है, atom will donate their valence electron. Atom उसके valence electron को donate कर देगा and it will become positively charged ion, right? And free electrons. Here we will have free electrons. ये जो electrons है, they are free electrons. But ये जो free electrons है, why they are known as free electrons? Because they are free to move anywhere inside the matter. Due to their energy, right? These electrons will be moving anywhere in this matter, and hence they are known as free electrons. They can move anywhere inside the matter. But remember, they are not free enough to come out of the metal plate. They can freely move inside the metal, right? But उतने भी फ्री नहीं है कि on their own they can come out, right? Suppose मान लो कि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है which is trying to come out of the metal plate. When it is exactly very close to the surface of the plate, then it will experience a strong attractive force from the ion present inside the metal. मान लो कि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे near the surface somewhere over here, right? Now when it is trying to come out of the metal, ये जो positive ions है they will attract it inside, right? The attractive force will be towards inside, and virtually no attractive force is acting on this electron from outside. बाहर से कोई attractive force लग नहीं रहा है इनके ऊपर, right? So they will experience a strong attractive force inside, and hence they will not come out of the metal plate. If you think in different ways, suppose मान लो कि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से बाहर आ गया है, right? But due to that, here positive potential will develop. And this positive potential will create a potential barrier, जिसे बोलेंगे potential barrier, which will attract electrons and will not allow electron to move out of the plate, right? जैसे ये electron ये surface के close आएगा, right? When this electron is very close to the surface and it is trying to come out, यहाँ पे positive ions will create a potential barrier and which will not allow this electron to move out of the metal. Right? So metal के अंदर free electrons है, they are free to move anywhere inside the metal, but वो इतने भी free नहीं है कि on their own they can come out of the metal. अब मान लो हमें ये इलेक्ट्रॉन को बाहर निकालना है, we want to get emission of electrons, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? Obviously we have to supply energy from outside. इलेक्ट्रॉन को एनर्जी देनी पड़ेगी so that they can overcome the potential barrier and can come out. इलेक्ट्रॉन के पास अगर enough energy होगी, then enough energy means the attractive force, जितना attractive force हो रहा है उससे ज्यादा energy होगी, then they will move out of the metal plate. सो द एनर्जी यहाँ पे जो अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स की वजह से जो एनर्जी क्रिएट हो रही है कंपेयर टू दैट इफ द सप्लाइड एनर्जी इज स्मॉल देन दे विल मूव आउट ऑफ द मेटल प्लेन, राइट। तो जो एनर्जी हमें सप्लाई करनी है मिनिमम एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड उसका नाम है वर्क फंक्शन। सो व्हाट इज वर्क फंक्शन? वर्क फंक्शन का सिंबल है फाई नॉट, राइट। कहीं पे खाली फाई लिखा होता है, कहीं पे सिर्फ फाई लिखा होगा, कहीं पे फाई नॉट लिखा होगा, राइट। सो द वर्क फंक्शन फॉर अस सिंबल इज फाई नॉट। नाउ व्हाट इज वर्क फंक्शन? द मिनिमम एनर्जी required to make an electron completely free from a metal surface. The minimum energy required to make an electron completely free from a metal surface is known as work function. या आप बोल सकते हैं the minimum energy required to get emission of electrons is known as work function. So define कर देते हैं the minimum energy required to make an electron, the minimum energy required to make an electron completely free from a metal surface, or you can say that the minimum energy required to get emission of electron. Emission of electron is known as work function. उसे हम बोलेंगे work function. So the minimum energy required to make an electron completely free from a metal surface is known as work function, right? Or to make an electron free, or you can say that to get the emission of electron is known as work function, right? Now obviously work function is minimum energy, so you can say that the unit of work function is you can say first is joule, but joule is quite bigger unit in this case, so we are using another unit which is known as EV. Here EV means electron volt. Here EV means electron volt. Now what is 1 EV? So 1 EV is defined as the energy gained by an electron. The energy gained by an electron on passing through a potential difference of if an electron is passing through a potential difference of 1 volt, then whatever energy it will gain will be known as 1 EV. So the energy gained by an electron on passing through a potential difference of 1 volt is known as 1 EV. And the value of 1 EV is, you can say that 1 EV is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So the relation between EV and joule is 1 EV is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Now ये जो work function है, this work function depends on type of metal. Somewhere over here we'll write, right? Work function depends on number one, type of metal. For different type of metal, work function will be different. Say for example, for sodium work function is 1.92, For aluminum it is 4.2 eV, both in eV, right? For sodium it is 1.92, for aluminum it is 4.2 eV, right? So for different metal the work function will be different. For Fe it is 4.5 eV. So different metal will have different work function. Why different work function? Because the electron bounded with atom or inside the metal will have different energy, right? Which you will come across in next chapter, that is in atoms. What is the energy of electrons and all that, right? So it will depend on type of metal. Second thing, it will depend on nature of surface of a metal. सरफेस स्मूथ है या फिर सरफेस रफ सरफेस है या पॉलिश सरफेस है, अलग अलग सरफेस के लिए वर्क फंक्शन विल बी डिफरेंट, बिकॉज आफ्टर ऑल इट विल डिपेंड ऑन द amount of energy required to get an electron out from it, right? So obviously it depends on nature of surface. And the third thing is it depends on temperature of metal, right? Agar temperature is more, suppose the temperature is 4, then electron will have more thermal energy, so the energy required to get electron free will be less, because already it has some more energy. In the same way, temperature is low, then the thermal energy of electron will be less, and we have to supply more energy to make that electron free. So you can say that work function depends on type of metal, nature of surface, या तो surface smooth है, rough है, polished है, etc. right? And the third thing, the temperature of that metal. Clear? So ये हो गया हमारा work function. First इसे copy कर दो, and then we move further. So let us turn the camera this side. Now you can note down, right? Note this down. So up till now whatever we have discussed, तो हमें उससे इतना तो पता चल ही गया कि electrons are free inside a metal. Electrons metal में free है, वो अंदर कहीं पे भी घूम सकते हैं, right? But they are not free enough to come out of it. भैया मेटल के अंदर आप कहीं पे भी घूम सकते हो, लेकिन अगर अंदर से बाहर आना है then you will require energy. Means अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन को मेटल प्लेट में से बाहर निकलना है then energy will be required. Energy कितनी होनी चाहिए? So obviously the energy required will be equal to the work function for that metal, right? So electrons metal में free है, they can move anywhere inside the metal, but they are not free enough to come out of the metal. अगर हमें इलेक्ट्रॉन मेटल में से रिमूव करने हैं then you have to supply energy from outside, and that energy must be at least equal to work function. वर्क फंक्शन जितनी तो होनी चाहिए उससे ज्यादा होगी तो then it will do, but it's less than work function will not do, right? अब ये जो एनर्जी है वो हम कैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन को प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं? How we can give energy, this energy to the electrons, right? So basically there are three different ways in which we can supply energy to electrons in order to make them free from the metal. और उसमें सबसे पहले जो आता है that is thermionic emission. The first one is thermionic emission. Thermionic emission में क्या कर सकते हैं? You heat a metal plate. Metal plate को हम बहुत ही ज्यादा टेम्परेचर पे हीट कर देते हैं. Let us say something around 2500 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin. अगर एक मेटल प्लेट को if we heat to the temperature of 3000 Kelvin or 2500 Kelvin, between these two range, right? The range will be 2500 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin. Then electrons will start emitting from the metal surface, and this process is known as thermionic emission. Basically क्या होता है कि एक फिलामेंट होती है, right? फिलामेंट में से हम करंट पास करेंगे, then that filament will get heated up. जूल हीट वगैरह सब आपको पता है कि अगर कोई कॉइल में से करंट पास हो रहा है then that coil will get heated up. आपने बहुत सी बार देखा होगा, सपोज योर टीवी, यू आर वाचिंग टीवी फॉर लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, या फिर आपका कंप्यूटर आप कंटिन्यूअसली यूज कर रहे हो, देन द सीपीयू और फिर टीवी के बैक साइड के जो पोर्शन है, बैक पोर्शन, दैट विल बिकम हॉट, टेम्परेचर उसका इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, राइट? सो इफ अ करंट फ्लोज थ्रू अ फिलामेंट फॉर सम पीरियड ऑफ टाइम देन इट विल गेट हीटेड अप. मान लो कि हमारे पास एक फिलामेंट है, लेट अस से दिस इज द फिलामेंट, एंड if we are allowing a current to pass through it, let us say हम यहाँ से current flow करवा रहे हैं, then due to this current a heat energy will be produced across this coil. If you keep a cathode plate राइट, वेरी क्लोज टू दिस कॉइल। तो ये हीट होगी, उसकी वजह से ये कैथोड प्लेट हीट होगी एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी एमिटेड फ्रॉम इट। राइट, एक फिलामेंट है, फिलामेंट में सम करंट पास कर रहे हैं, सो फिलामेंट विल गेट हीटेड अप। Exactly very close to that filament we will keep a cathode plate, as a result of which the cathode plate will get heated up and it will start emitting electrons. ये जो प्रोसेस है this you will see in cathode ray tube. हमारी जो टीवी ट्यूब आती थी पहले के टाइम पे, राइट, दैट बल्ब की टीवी, राइट, तो उसके अंदर कैथोड रे ट्यूब होती है एंड व्हेन करंट passes through that filament then that cathode plate will get heated up and it will start emitting electrons. The same thing is seen in case of diodes and triodes. Diodes means somewhere chemistry में आपने पढ़ा ही होगा p-n junction diode, right? Similarly, there are different types of diodes: Zener diode, LED light emitting diode. So in those kind of diodes, when the temperature of such diode is increased, then it will start emitting electrons. So what is thermionic emission? If the temperature of a metal plate, if the temperature of metal plate is increased, normally जो range है that is 2500 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin, 3000 Kelvin. So if the temperature of metal plate is increased, then electrons are emitted from it. The electrons are emitted from it. From it means from the metal plate. And this phenomena is known as thermionic emission. यहाँ पे हमें टेम्परेचर रेंज याद रखनी है, that is 2500 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin. Clear? So ये तो हो गया thermionic emission, जिसमें हम मेटल प्लेट को हीट करेंगे and electrons will be emitting. जो सेकंड पॉइंट है जिसे हम बोलेंगे, the second one is cold emission, or you can say that field emission. So second है that is known as cold emission. Cold emission क्यों? Because here we are not going to heat the metal plate, right? Why cold emission? Because metal plate को हम heat नहीं करने वाले. And why it is known as field emission? Because we are going to supply a strong electric field. So मान लो हमारे पास एक metal plate है, and if this metal plate is subjected to a very strong electric field of the order of 10 raised to 8 volt per meter, इतनी strong electric field will be strong enough to pull all the electrons from the metal plate. मान लो यहाँ पे हमारे पास एक metal plate है, right? Or we are subjecting it to a very strong electric field. Let us say this side we have positive terminal and here we have negative terminal. This is very strong, of the order of 10 raised to 8 volt per meter. इतनी strong electric field will be strong enough to pull the electrons. ये metal plate में जो electrons होंगे, they will get attracted. हमने स्टार्टिंग में डिस्कस किया था कि इलेक्ट्रॉन इज वर्चुअली नॉट एक्सपीरियंसिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स फ्रॉम आउटसाइड, इसलिए इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहे. सो हियर व्हाट वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग एन अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स फ्रॉम आउटसाइड व्हिच इज स्ट्रांग इनफ देन द अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स ऑफ आयंस इनसाइड द मेटल प्लेट. यहां पे मान लो एक पॉजिटिव आयन है, राइट? सो इन दोनों के बीच में जो अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स है, कंपेयर्ड टू दैट दिस फोर्स विल बी वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग एंड हेंस दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी पुल्ड आउट फ्रॉम द मेटल plate. Right, and this kind of emission is known as field emission. So what is field emission? If a metal plate is subjected to a very strong electric field of the order of 10 to the power 8 volt per meter, then it is found that electrons are pulled out of the metal plate or electrons are emitted from metal plate, and this phenomena is known as cold emission or field emission. Clear? एक और है, right? That we'll discuss after this. Meanwhile, we'll copy this down. Now, जो third type of emission, that is photoelectric emission. The third type of emission is photoelectric emission. Now, what is photoelectric emission? Photoelectric emission का मतलब क्या होता है? मान लो हमारे पास एक clean metal surface है. Let us say this is a clean metal surface. Now, on this clean metal surface, if we incident a light or electromagnetic radiation, let us say ये जो है that is what are electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic spectrum, ये सब आपने पढ़ा हुआ है चैप्टर नंबर 8 में, ठीक है? So if we have a clean metal surface और on that metal surface अगर हम इंसिडेंट करें electromagnetic radiation of certain high frequency, कितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी होनी चाहिए that we will discuss, but certain high frequency होनी चाहिए, then it is found that electrons are liberated or emitted from this surface, right? हमारे पास एक clean metal surface है, right? और उस metal surface पर we are incidenting electromagnetic radiation of certain high frequency, right? तो हमें पता चला कि metal plate में से electrons are emitted, electrons जो है वो इस metal plate में से emit होंगे, right? तो this phenomena को हमने बोला photoelectric emission, right? और इफेक्ट को बोला हमने फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट। यहाँ पे जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एमिट हो रहे हैं उनको नाम दिया गया फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, टू इंडिकेट दैट लाइट जो इस मेटल प्लेट पे इंसिडेंट हो रही है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एमिट हुए हैं, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे वर गिवन नेम एज फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। दे आर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ओनली बट दे आर एमिटेड ड्यू टू द लाइट फॉलिंग ऑन द सरफेस, एंड हेंस दे आर नोन एज फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। So, पहले definition लिख देते हैं. What is photoelectric emission? If electromagnetic radiation, of some definite high frequency is incident on a clean metal surface, then electrons, it is found that electrons are liberated or emitted from the surface. Electrons are emitted from the surface. Now, ये जो phenomena था, this phenomena is known as photoelectric effect. The electrons which are emitted, right? The emitted electrons are known as photoelectrons, and the minimum frequency required to get emission of electrons or photoelectrons, to get photoelectrons, the appropriate word will be the minimum frequency required to get emission of electrons is known as threshold frequency, which is represented by F0, right? So the meaning of frequency, यहाँ पे जो frequency है right, so any frequency will not do. Depending on the type of metal, this threshold frequency will depend on type of metal. Exactly similar to work function, as work function depend on type of metal, type of surface, right, and temperature. This threshold frequency will also depend on type of metal and type of surface. So the minimum frequency which is required to get emission of electron will be known as threshold frequency. So the frequency of incident radiation should be either equal to threshold frequency or more than that. So थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी से फ्रीक्वेंसी इक्वल होनी चाहिए किसकी, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन जो मेटल सरफेस पे इंसिडेंट करने वाले, राइट, और इट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन दैट। अगर हम वेवलेंथ के टर्म्स में बात करें तो फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड वेवलेंथ आर इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू ईच अदर। सो मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी नोन मैक्सिमम वेवलेंथ, सॉरी द मैक्सिमम वेवलेंथ विल बी नोन एज थ्रेशोल्ड वेवलेंथ, और बाकी की जो रेडिएशंस की वेवलेंथ होगी दैट शुड बी लेस देन द मैक्सिमम वेवलेंथ। इन टर्म्स ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी, मिनिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी नोन एज थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी and the rest of the frequencies should be either equal to or greater than threshold frequency in order to get emission of photoelectrons. Clear? So the frequency या तो threshold frequency जितनी होनी चाहिए या उससे ज्यादा होनी चाहिए, more than threshold frequency, in order to get photoelectrons or emission of electrons, right? Now most of the metal, for most of the metal, ये threshold frequency will lie in UV region, ultraviolet region. So for most of the metals, this threshold frequency lies in UV region. On the other hand, for alkali metals, this threshold frequency lies in the range of visible region. Clear? I think this is clear. What is work function, how we are getting emission of electrons, 3 different methods and all that. Now in next video lecture, we are going to discuss about photoelectric effect. The whole experimental setup, on what factor does the photoelectric effect depends, on changing frequency, intensity of light, what will be the effect on photoelectric current, stopping potential and so on. So that we will discuss in our next video lecture. Till then, keep on reading, keep on writing and keep on preparing. Thank you.